Associates team. Today we're going to give you a quick tour of Shelter Creek in San Bruno. It's a condo complex with many hundreds of units, ranging from studios, 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and this is one of the most affordable places here in San Bruno. Here's the 10 things you might not know about Shelter Creek. Number 1. One of the things you might not know about Shelter Creek is the types of units that you have for sale. So there's 3 types. They start at a studio with 490 square feet, 1 full bath of course. A lot of people might partition that segment where it's the studio to make it more of a 1 bedroom feel. Then there's going to be 680 square feet, 1 bedrooms. That's probably the most common floor plan we have here in Shelter Creek. And then number 3 is going to be 2 bedroom, 2 baths, exactly at 1,000 square feet. And those are the biggest units you'll be able to find at Shelter Creek. If you look behind me, that's one of the pools in the complex. Number 2, Shelter Creek is one of the most affordable condo units here in the peninsula. And what you'll find is in San Bruno, there's really only 3 complexes. One of them being Shelter Creek, and it is the largest of the 3. And of course, the cities north and south from here, there's not many that are available. But if you're looking for a condo, Shelter Creek is definitely a good option for you. The third thing you might not know about Shelter Creek is the amenities. And there's going to be 3 pools, 2 outdoor. This one behind us is the bigger one. There's 1 indoor. There's a clubhouse. There's a gym. There's going to be, you can play pool. There's going to be a community area. And also there's tennis courts. Of course, the last thing that we might omit is going to be there's a lot of trails in between all the buildings here. It's a big complex. A lot of people walk outside, bring their kids out to play on the grass. Number 4, the HOA covers the typical insurance, the exterior of the building, the paint, the roof, pretty much everything you would expect from an HOA. Additionally, the grounds and maintenance of everything that you see, especially if there's a lot of green, so the landscaping, the gardening. And most importantly, some people might not know, the HOA also covers the garbage and the water that you'll incur on a monthly basis. So that's something to factor in when you're looking for a condo, especially if you're not sure exactly what the HOA covers. Now we can talk about a little bit about the health too. Historically speaking, Shelter Creek is a really well-reserved HOA, and we'll talk a little bit more about how they maintain that. Number 5, the HOA. Why is it so healthy historically? It's because one of the reasons they have rental restrictions. What does that mean for a homeowner? That means you're not going to pay a premium if you're thinking about buying for owner occupancy, because they restrict the investors from buying these units, which means more of these units will be available, 100% of them, for people that want to live in the units that they purchase. What that also does is it makes owner occupancy a requirement. So from a lending perspective, a lot of lenders want to make sure owner occupancy rates are high. Otherwise, if it dips below 70 plus or minus %, a lot of banks will not finance on the units in a complex. So the HOA maintaining the integrity of high owner occupancy ratios is actually a good thing for people that are looking to buy units here to live in themselves. Number 6, accessibility. Freeways that are close by, 280, 101, 380, and San Bruno has a Caltrain station and also a BART station really close by, which is about 5 minutes drive from the complex. So a lot of people that are thinking about commuting north or commuting south, or let's say they work in the city, of course they don't need public transportation, but from a public transportation and accessibility standpoint, it's actually really easy to get around north and south of the peninsula. And that's why a lot of people would consider a complex and living here in San Bruno. Number 7, there's actually pet restrictions here at Shelter Creek, so you're not allowed to have pets. If you have a pet and you're considering buying a condo complex, reach out to us to find out other complexes that might allow for pets. Number 8, Shelter Creek, located in San Bruno, is really close to some top employers such as YouTube.com, Walmart.com, Oracle, and of course, SFO, the San Francisco International Airport. So a lot of people that live here are considering jobs or have jobs at these locations. Of course, neighboring in South San Francisco is the biotech industry too. So a lot of people that are thinking about purchasing here might work close by, or this is, of course, as mentioned previously, really easily commutable to the north in San Francisco or the south in Silicon Valley. Number 9, let's talk a little bit about noise and also weather. From a noise standpoint, we're right next to 280, so buildings 1, 2, 3, and 4 are going to experience a little bit more noise. Of course, if you're facing the freeway with your windows closed and your sliding door closed, you're not going to hear anything. But if you open them up, you might hear a little bit of the background noise. Additionally, San Bruno, we're close to SFO, San Francisco Airport. So what you're going to hear is planes flying through towards International. And sometimes it might bother some people. If you're sensitive to noise, it might not be the best option. If you're looking for affordability, it might be a good option here in San Bruno. In terms of weather, as you move south here in the peninsula, it gets warmer and warmer. As you can see behind us today, it's a cloudy day. I would say less than 1/3 of the year, San Bruno is going to be cloudy/foggy. As you move north into South City, Daly City, and of course, the west side of San Francisco, Sunset, Richmond, you're going to experience a little bit more cooler weather because the fog rolls in from the ocean. In fact, number 10 about Shelter Creek, there's only coin-op laundry. You're not allowed to have your own laundry units, washer and dryer in your unit. And that might be a pro, that might be a con for some people in terms of maintenance of the appliances or the convenience of having it in your unit. Some other complexes close by might allow for you to do that. If you have questions specifically about appliances, anything at all, feel free to reach out. One additional thing you might not know about Shelter Creek Condos is the unit numbers. How do the numbers work? The first number is always the building number. So if it starts with a 1, it's building 1. If it starts with an 8, it's building 8. The second number is going to be which floor it's on. So if it's 2-1, it's building 2, floor number 1. And then if it's 8-3, it's building 8, floor number 3. So it's a top floor unit. The last 2 digits is basically the unit number that you'll have to look for once you're inside each building. Hopefully that's helpful. And those are the 10 facts about Shelter Creek, condominium, HOA. If you have other questions about condos here, elsewhere, if you want us to take a look at the CC&Rs, the HOA documentation, see how healthy things are, if you're considering buying a house or a condo, townhouse here in the peninsula, reach out to us. Once again, this is Wilson with the Leung Real Estate Associates. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully this was helpful.